Hey, it's your humble host. So, recently I came across a video from one of my new subscriptions, DriveMeCrazy. This video was done in collaboration with Roary the Lion, with the topic being slut shaming. They commentate on a video done by Anitta Doub, who talks about the many different cons of slut shaming. I myself don't agree with the idea or term of slut shaming in regards to it only targeting women who sleep around. Men are and can be referred to as a man whore and the like. Now, it's not so much that I disagree with the overall message of DMC and Roary, but I feel like they could have tackled this video with a bit more finesse and knowledge. Let's begin. I'm skipping the intro as it's nothing but DMC introducing Roary and Anita's video, accompanied by some crude jokes on Anita's looks and that she wouldn't know a good slut from a bad slut. Good grief.
Slut shaming today and the cons and cons of it.
You are motherfucking wrong. You wouldn't know what the pro is because you are an ugly cunt. And it is well documented that ugly cunts do not know what a good slut is. What the fuck is going on with your stupid hair and your fuck off glasses? One side of me is green, the other side is a fucking shit colour that's crossed between my pubic hair and purple. And you got your fucking dumb shit feminist bull ring. Yeah, I see what's going on here. It's all cons. It's all cons because there's no good sluts in the world. Bitch, you don't know what a good slut is.
Try hard much there, Roary? You haven't even let Anita get out her first point. Also, there's no such thing as a good or bad slut. If you're referring to the sex or how much you pay for one's services in comparison to another, why even go there? Let's just focus on what she's saying.
I don't know why we slut shame women so much.
Well, I can tell you why. Because, if you keep telling them that they're a bad slut, eventually they'll get it right and become a good slut. It is beneficial for productivity.
Do you have ADD or something? Why don't you let the nice lady finish? You didn't even let her finish her point. I guess it's a work in progress, though.
Sex is natural. Sex is sex. Like, there's nothing wrong with having sex. There's nothing wrong with wanting to have sex.
Okay, so since the only thing inserted is Roary calling Anita a slut, which I did cut, I will go ahead and debunk this myself. Anita, women are not put down because they are sexual. A woman is very much seen as attractive when she is sexual, but her going around and sleeping with whoever is actually quite gross. It's not just one man inserting himself into her, it's several. And sexual liberation, I remember reading about that a while back. To sum it up, women should be able to have sex as much as they like with as many people as they like, just however they like, and do whatever with their bodies that pleases them, all without consequence. It's all a load of crap, really. You can't just do all those things without repercussions or consequences. You'll have a hard time finding a real relationship thinking that way. Also, STDs are a thing, a very nasty and unpleasant thing.
And we tend to put down women who are sexually liberated.
Listening to you about sex is like listening to a kindergarten teacher about aeronautical engineering.
Am I funny now, guys? I stated learning something from a kindergarten teacher that she would have no knowledge of to Anita talk about slut shaming because I think she's ugly. Seriously, jokes are fine and all, but why don't you actually present a counter-argument to what Anita is saying? Is the rest of the video going to be filled with nothing but lame jokes?
I don't understand why we do it. I don't know if it's because people feel threatened by women that are confident in themselves.
Yes, because for somebody to call you a slut because you sleep with 100 guys means that they're obviously very threatened by you. Hey Roary, you feel threatened?
No. Oh, gross. You're gross.
Alright, so there is some debate, but then it's back to the ugly jokes. Oi, Anita, the only intimidation that may be presented to a man who has sex with, as you would put it, a sexually liberated woman, is the spread of STDs. Is she infected? Along with, is she going to cheat on me? And what happens if she becomes pregnant? Otherwise than that, a lot of men wouldn't even sniff in her direction.
But usually that's what it is. We put down women who are confident in their bodies, confident in their whole sense of self, Because why? Like, for what?
Once again, I cut out Roary's asinine explanation of what a good and bad slut are in reference to Anitta. Dude, seriously, let's actually respond to what she's saying with some intelligent thought here. Anitta, confidence and sleeping around do not equate to each other. Sleeping around usually is a result of insecurity and the lack of confidence that someone is going to want to spend the rest of their life with you. It is also the lack of confidence in oneself to be desirable or to be able to see yourself as worth loving. People who sleep around lack responsibility and are trying to fill a void with a temporary yet degrading means.
If people want to fuck around constantly, like, that is so cool. Like, you do you. Like, I literally don't give a fuck because it's not my fucking life. Like,
I love how double standards this whole argument is, though. It's like, you can't call somebody a slut because they're just expressing themselves, but you're not allowed to express yourself by calling them a slut.
Oh, there you are, DMC. For a second there, I thought Roary took over your video. And it's not expressing yourself with calling people who sleep around sluts. It's just expressing an opinion, which is something different. You're expressing your thoughts on something rather than expressing your personality or a part of it.
as long as you are safe, the sex is consensual, there's no fucking issue.
Right, so would this be the end of your fucking video now? Because if there's no issue, then there's no issue. Just by you saying there is no issue, really there's no point to this whole fucking thing.
We are watching the same video, correct? The point of Anitta's video is stating her problem with women being slut-shamed for sleeping around while guys are not. That's the point. It would help if you pay attention more rather than making dumb slut jokes.
One term that you see a lot, especially on social media, is people talking about someone's body count. So I hate the term body count because
I hate body count because it, like, totally oppresses the word body.
And I can't even count.
Just know, you two. Can you let her finish, please? You guys are really starting to drive me nuts. It's like trying to get 5-year-old children to sit down and be quiet for 5 minutes. So far, you two have maybe offered a counter statement to one of Anitta's points. Otherwise than that, DMC, you've been mostly quiet with occasional lame joke, and Roary, all you can really do are lame jokes. As for the body count, nothing screams horror more than counting the people you bumped uglies with.
where the fuck, like, have we created this, like, how do we create the society where we believed, like, that was, like, a normal, like, accepted thing?
Roary, I swear you and your awful jokes. DMC, you take off again? I feel like I am commentating on Anitta's video rather than these two knuckleheads. Anitta, when sleeping around, both men and women will brag about how many people they can get in bed with them. Not all of them, but a good majority does. That type of thinking does become normal to the person who has multiple partners. There really isn't a way to separate the two. It can become a game for some folks as to how many people in a week or allotted time period that they can hook up with. It's not right regardless, but neither is casual sex or sleeping around.
Body count is usually brought up because there's the false belief that someone with a high body count will be loose. I even hate saying that because it is so fucking inaccurate.
Oh, and here comes the kicker, guys. Come on, let's hear this absolutely perfect feminist logic. Are you ready for it? Roary, are you ready?
I'm fucking ready, cunt. Fucking go, bitch. Fucking hit it to me.
Anitta, men are different sizes, and that can have an impact if she's sleeping around with multiple guys. And the loose problem does happen for married couples as well. Whether it be from giving birth to children and or simply getting older, down there does become stretched out. That's why Kegel exercises are recommended. Hello DMC, fancy meeting you here. Oh wait, this is still your video? I wouldn't have known any better with you keep disappearing on us. I'm ready for what Anitta has to say. That is, if Roary is quite long enough to let her finish.
I have tweeted this multiple times. So many people have said it, so I feel like I am a broken record player right now. A vagina does not permanently stretch from a dick. Stop thinking your dick is Thor's fucking hammer.
Yeah, how fucking dare you guys think that your dick is Thor's fucking hammer?
What the fuck?
That's all you have to say, DMC? Just how dare you? Roary, we don't care about your pant size. Another cutout clip. Annita, what's wrong with a man expressing confidence in his penile size? His size may not be accurate to what he's boasting about, but that's him expressing confidence. Don't shame men for being confident about themselves in that way. I get that you want them to be realistic, which is understandable, but still. If he wants to think that his penis is Thor's hammer, then who are you to disagree? Are you sleeping with him? And even so, isn't that body shaming what you're doing right now?
It doesn't work like that. It's not magical. It is just a penis.
Says the feminist lesbian.
I made a gay joke with feminism thrown in. I'm so funny, XD. Seriously though, you're not even trying anymore. With you, Roary, it seems that it's more about the humor than the actual argument. Sad. DMC took off again. This routine is getting old quick. Annita, each man is different and thrusts harder than others. With all this sexual liberation talk, I figure that would be something that is quickly discovered, or are you just speaking with an outside perspective on the matter? How about if I said your boobs are just boobs? There's nothing special about them. They're just there. See how that sounds? Why do you feel the need to degrade men that way? Yeah, it is another part of their body, but still, there's no need to shame them for it, honestly.
It does not have the ability to permanently stretch the vaginal muscles.
Roary, you're freaking useless here. Lame joke dismissed. Annita, yes, a man's penis can permanently stretch the vaginal area. If she's constantly having sex all the time, eventually her vagina will lose its tightness, seeing how it's the same sized organ constantly thrusting in and out on a continual basis. If she's having sex with multiple guys of different sizes, then it may become loose even sooner. That is why Kegel exercises are recommended for women who do become loose. Seeing how the vagina is a muscle, keeping it exercised with Kegel exercises will keep it tight. I hear that Kegel exercises also help with bathroom issues for women when they're much older.
A vagina is like a rubber band. It expands when aroused and snaps the fuck back.
I'm sorry, but I have to say it. This chick is a fucking idiot. And not because what she said is incorrect, but because she used a rubber band as the analogy for it. If you think about it, when you first buy a rubber band, it is usually quite small and very hard to pull apart, but the more you stretch it, the easier it gets and the wider it can actually sit. So using a rubber band as her fucking analogy is just pure fucking idiocy at its best.
She's saying that her vagina is like, you know, the world's largest rubber band ball? It's like that, but only shoved up into her. That's how loose she is.
DMC, she is incorrect. I just explained why a minute ago. With your rubber band analogy, yes, when you first use it, the rubber band is tight and will snap back after being stretched. But after continuously doing so, it will lose its elasticity. It's the same thing with a woman's vagina. Does the man throwing a hot dog down the hallway joke ring any bells for you? I guess Roary started to state something semi-intelligent, but then it just ended in stupidity. You're beyond a lost cause in this video, mate.
And I see all the time, like when I bring that up on Twitter, so many guys are like, well, every girl I fucked that wasn't a virgin was loose, and every girl that was a virgin was tight, da 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 da. Like, okay. First of all, a lot of virgins are probably going to be tight.
Did she just...
I'm starting to get the feeling that you have ADD, Roary. Can you not sit there long enough for the young lady to finish without making some lame-ass joke about her body or looks? Annita, in this circumstance, men would have a better idea of just how tight a woman's vagina is around his own penis during sex. Yes, virgin women are naturally going to be tighter, seeing how they've never been penetrated. Now let's hear the rest of your point.
The only thing that has ever been, like, said that could permanently stretch out a vagina is giving childbirth, and even that is, like, rare.
Because you know, quite honestly, that she is probably one of the only people which has studied the human body extensively to know this.
It's too late to try and recover your video now, DMC. Might as well put it on Roary's channel with you as the guest. Roary, is that really necessary? Cut! If you guys are getting annoyed for me doing that, trust me, you're not the only ones. I feel like I've had to cut out a lot of this guy's crap just to deal with the actual argument presented. Anyway, Annita, please go do some research on both Kegel exercises and problems with vagina becoming loose after continuous sex after a time, along with the effects of childbirth on a woman's vagina.
Why do you fucking think that a girl going out and having sex with, say, 5 different guys, if she wants to have sex with 5 different guys in the same day, as long as she is safe and using protection, go the fuck ahead?
What? That wasn't even a question.
Why do you fucking think if she wants to have sex with 5 different guys in the same day, as long as she is safe and using protection, go the fuck ahead?
Is she even listening to herself while she's fucking making this video? Like, is she honestly listening to her fucking argument? She started off, do you fucking think? And then she didn't even fucking finish it. She's just like, blah, blah, blah.
Dum-dum. It was a question that turned into a statement. She changed what she was saying mid-thought. Not the best way to go about it, but instead of focusing on what she was saying, which was clearly stated by the way, you nitpick how it came out. Anitta, yes, a woman can have sex with 5 guys in the same day, but she would be considered a slut. Prefer the term whore. A floozy maybe. I'm sorry, anyone who sleeps around with multiple people are sluts, whether they're a man or woman. There is no getting around that, period. What a headache this was to sit through. DMC, when you're doing collaboration videos, it greatly helps that you're actually present in the video just as much as your guest, if not more. Roary, honestly, I feel that you are a lost cause. I've seen many of your videos, none of which really provide any counter-argument or debate for the subject of your videos. This very much shows here. You tend to focus more on how funny you can be or just how much you can insult the person rather than debunking, providing a different perspective. I commentated more on Anitta's video than anything else. Anitta herself, I think, is misled and ill-informed about the female body overall, especially with the vaginal region, just from her argument. All in all, having to listen to all 3 of them proved to be a chore. Men are shamed just as much as women for sleeping around. I know the key and the keyhole analogy does come into play. With guys sleeping around, they're nothing more than a walking lockpick that will eventually rust if they have not begun to do so already. It's just as bad, but different from women who sleep around being the keyhole that many men can unlock. I'm done here. Thank God. Cheers.